everyone. I am Ms. Janice Rodriguez, Assistant Professor in Dembi College of Arts and Science, Miramar, Goa. This module is for Bachelor of Science, first year. The subject is Botany. Paper code is BOG 101. The paper title is Environmental Biotechnology. We are starting with the third unit, that is Microbiology of Wastewater Treatment. The module name is Aerobic Process Activated Sludge. The module number is 10. In this module, we will be dealing with the pre-treatment of wastewater, the principle of aerobic activated sludge process, and the working of aerobic activated sludge process. By the end of this module, you will be able to describe the steps in the pre-treatment of wastewater, state the principle of aerobic activated sludge process, explain its working, and also state its advantages and disadvantages. We all know that polluted water should be treated before it is released in the environment. That is why it is very important for us to understand and utilize the technologies for wastewater treatment. The pre-treatment of wastewater includes 3 steps. The first one is screening. In this step, screens of various sizes and shapes are used to remove the solid waste. The obstructed waste that is collected by the screens is then cleared off manually or mechanically. In the second step, that is sedimentation, the solids are allowed to settle by gravitation. The sludge that is formed is then removed as the underflow. The clear liquid that is produced does not contain any material that can settle easily. The third process is flotation. This is a physical separation process. It is used to separate more finer particles that could not be separated in the previous 2 steps. It is used for treating industrial wastewater, which is containing finely divided suspended solids. After the pre-treatment, we finally go to the biological treatment, which is the secondary treatment. The biological treatment is very similar to the natural biodegradation of organic matter. The microorganisms that are used in the biological treatment can either be aerobic or anaerobic. We will be dealing with the aerobic biological treatment in the first part of the unit. The aerobic biological treatment uses oxygen feeding bacteria, protozoa, or other microbes to clean the water. This treatment optimizes the naturally occurring process of microbial decomposition. Aerobic process of wastewater treatment requires microorganisms which can degrade the organic matter that is present in the wastewater. It requires oxygen to sustain the aerobic microbes. Also, it requires some means to establish a contact between the microorganisms and the wastewater. The first process that we are going to learn about is activated sludge process. The activated sludge process is based on the principle that biodegradable organic matter is acted upon by aerobic microorganisms and converted to harmless products along with the regeneration of new cells. The working. Aerobic activated sludge process consists of 2 separate phases, the aeration tank and the clarifier, which is also known as sludge settlement. This is the overview of the working of activated sludge process. After the pre-treatment of water, the water is added into the aeration tank. The microorganisms are already present here. In the second step, air is introduced into the tank with the help of an aerator. After the action of microorganisms on the wastewater, the sludge that is formed is transferred to a settling tank, which is also called as the clarifier. Let us deal with these processes one by one. First one, addition of wastewater to the aeration tank. In the aeration tank, the wastewater is brought into intimate contact with the sludge. The adjoining picture that you can see is that of an aeration tank. The sludge is heavily laden with microorganisms which are in active state of their growth. The second step is introduction of air into the tank. This process is done with the help of aerators. The aeration supplies oxygen to the aerobic microorganisms in the tank. Because they are aerobic microorganisms, oxygen becomes very necessary for their survival. The aerators also maintain the microbial flocks in a continuous state of agitated suspension. That is, they are always in a continuous movement state. On action of microorganisms on the organic matter in the wastewater, the microorganisms will convert the organic matter into stabilized low-energy compounds. Apart from this, the microorganisms, on consuming the organic waste, will also grow and reproduce, and hence synthesize new cells. The third stage is transfer of the formed sludge to a settling tank, which is also called as the clarifier. The sludge separates out into the clarifier. It is very important here to note that the microorganisms that we are using should not only have the ability to degrade the organic matter from the wastewater, but also should be efficient enough to separate very quickly when the sludge is transferred into the clarifier. A portion of the activated sludge is then recycled back into the aeration tank. This is done so that adequate quantity of microorganisms are maintained into the aeration tank. This returned activated sludge is called as returned activated sludge and abbreviated as RAS. In the aeration zone on returning, the microorganisms are again mixed with the incoming wastewater, and the process of treating the wastewater continues. The advantages and disadvantages of this method. Advantages: it is cost effective. The effluent that is produced is of good quality. It does not require much space or room to install. It is hygienic and convenient. Coming to the disadvantages, the disposal of the sludge that is formed after the settling tank can be difficult. It is also important to note that the sludge may not always be activated, and therefore it can affect the performance of the activated sludge. These are my references. Thank you.